Good afternoon all. Today I'm out because it's a bright sunny day, but it is a bit cold. Time is about 12 o'clock and I'm just coming into Seaford. We decided to go and see an old friend of mine, bearing in mind we can now get out with the relaxation of the COVID rules. So I just thought I'd bring you through this little bit, which is the seafront coming up through Seaford from New Haven, and a few people out today enjoying themselves, which is good. The sea is nice and bright and quite calm, really. A few dog walkers out. There's Seaford Head, the cliffs in the distance. A few boats out there today. And a bit later on I'm going to take you on a coast road through to Eastbourne and see where that goes. The old beach huts starting to come into their own now. Well, not beach huts, but they originally were holiday houses, which are turned into permanent residence. There's still a few spaces along here. There's not as many people out as there would be, probably because it's cold. And normally this, given another month or so, it will be absolutely packed all the way along here. Few guest houses, few been sold. There's the old fort turret. And a lovely sight that is up in the distance. Looks like the fairgrounds in town. Well, I'm just about to come to my friend's house, so I'll catch up with you in a bit. Right, so we're still in Seaford. Now we're going to do a little run to Eastbourne via the coast road down through Seven Sisters and the such like. Picked up a little group of bikes here, obviously out for a ride. So seemed like a load of friendly chaps. Had a wave from one of them on the way through. So we'll head out on the 259, which is just at the end of this road. Looks like these guys are going that way as well. Well, it looks like they're all law-abiding anyway, which is a good thing. Now look at the views from here. Absolutely superb. Stunning. Shame it's a little bit misty, really. Absolutely fantastic. Super good. Look at the lakes over here. In fact, I think that's probably a river that goes out into the sea. I'll have to check that out, I'm not sure. But I would imagine it probably does go into the sea. We should be going over them very shortly. Must be some sort of roadworks up ahead. There's not normally traffic lights here. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? This is the road, the 259, that takes you to Beachy Head. Not too far up here, I think. So these guys are old-fashioned phone box. Remember using that years ago, long before mobile phones were about. People walking, making the most of the nice bright weather. Now we're coming down into Eastbourne, south, having passed the Beachy Head turn off, which we'll save for another day. It's quite a hill down into Eastbourne. This is the old town of Eastbourne, always referred to as the old town. And quite a nice part. Quite expensive, the houses down here. Quite a sought after area. Lovely old church there. Well, that's why they call it the old town. There's a Grade 1 listed pub. 15th century, I think that one is. And the one on the right's not much different. Very famous public school, St Andrews. It's on the left hand side, a few streets up behind this lot. Now we're heading to the main town, and then I think we'll take a little trip onto the seafront of Eastbourne and see what's occurring down there today. railway station on the left. A lot of this was changed. Back in the late 70s, a lot of new roads put in, transformed it to a certain extent. Look at these lovely old buildings up here on the right. Absolutely phenomenal. You just do not get architecture like that anymore. We should, I think this comes out at the famous Devonshire Theatre, or at least we're heading that sort of area. Another great school on the left hand side. Eastbourne College. Beautiful old building, look at it. According to this, left-hand turn is to Devonshire Theatre, so we'll go that way. This is a very, very, very expensive area for property. And there in front of you is the Winter Garden, which houses the Devonshire Theatre, which up until probably 2000s, they used to hold all the darts tournaments here at the Winter Garden, and some nice street cafes here. Alright, well, let's go up onto the seafront. Very polite. Makes a change in the UK. And here we are on the seafront road. Well, I think we'll take a little trip excuse me, along Eastbourne. And we have a look at Eastbourne seafront. There's the pier coming up on the right hand side, a bit further down. Some famous hotels along here, the Cavendish, very famous in the 60s when they used to do a lot of the early filming down here. A lot of the actors used to stay there at the Cavendish. And Eastbourne Pier, restored. Let's lift the visor up a little bit. Oh, let's get some air. Steaming the visor up, that's no good. Turn the indicator off, Mark. see the water's fairly calm today. People out enjoying the bright sunshine. Pier Hotel. Oh, shame this isn't smell-o-vision. I've just had a whiff of fish and chips. Wow. And it's nice to see some of the businesses opening up and people getting the chance to get out again. After a nightmare scenario we've had over the last 6 or 7 months, or over the last year and a half, but certainly the longest lockdown is in the last 6 months. Stretch of hotels along here. Back in the day, these would have been absolutely jammed to capacity. Various guest houses, bed and breakfasts. Who knows, if people can't get abroad this year, they might just come down to places like this. Certainly clean. That's one thing you can say about Eastbourne. The seafront is always immaculate. Next to no litter at all. The council do a really good job here. There's the Old Fisherman's Club, been around for donkeys. Prince's Park. Yeah, there's cafes open in there, which is nice to see. Doesn't look like the amusements are open yet. Probably a bit early for them. Don't usually open till the end of April anyway. Probably with the lockdown it might even be May. Usually the May bank holiday is the first opening for those. Well, there you have it, Eastbourne seafront. So now we're going to go back into the town, so we'll shut off now and continue this a bit later. do a drive through on a motorbike.